Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. When are the Eurozone Preliminary CPIs and how could they affect EUR USD? http ntvforex.com News ID 958246. 4 minutes ago. By Dwani Mehta. Eurozone Preliminary CPIs Overview. Eurostat will publish the first estimate of Eurozone inflation figures for July at 9 o'clock GMT this Friday. The headline CPI is seen a tad lower at 0.2% YoY while the core inflation is expected to hold steady at 0.8% YoY during the reported month. At the same time, the Bloc S preliminary GDP report for Q2 will be published, with the headline figures seen arriving at 12% QoQ versus 3.6% previous. On an annualized basis, Eurozone GDP is likely to contract 14.5% versus 3.1% last. Deviation impact on EUR USD. Readers can find FX Street's proprietary deviation impact map of the event below. As observed, the reaction is likely to remain confined between 5 and 30 pips in deviations up to 4 to 4, although in some cases, if notable enough, a deviation can fuel movements of up to 45-50 pips. How could affect EUR USD? Haresh Menghani, NTV4X's analyst, offers important technical levels ahead of the key release. Any meaningful pullback might still be seen as a buying opportunity and seems more likely to find decent support near the mentioned resistance breakpoint, around the 1.182015 region. A subsequent slide below the 1.1800 mark might lead to some additional weakness and drag the pair further towards the 1.176055 intermediate support and route the overnight swing low, around the 1.1730 region. On the flip side, the January 1935-40 region seems to be the next relevant target for bulls, which is followed by the January 1975-80 zone ahead of the key January 2000 psychological mark. Haresh adds. Key notes. EUR USD forecast correction coming. The $S reasons to dive do not mean a one-way street. ECB's Lagarde, we have to maintain safety net at least until June 2021. French Finman Le Maire GDP figures were not as bad as some had feared. About Eurozone preliminary CPIs estimate. The Eurozone CPI released by the Eurostat captures the changes in the price of goods and services. The CPI is a significant way to measure changes in purchasing trends and inflation in the Eurozone. Generally, a high reading anticipates a hawkish attitude which will be positive or bullish for the euro, while a low reading is seen as negative or bearish. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.